Howdy Groove. Today gonna be opening up, giving some initial thoughts on the Profax self-shielding flux core gun. Let's get to it. I'm just going to go jump straight into it and open this critter on up. It is the self-shielded flux core welding gun. I'm not sure if it's the 1150, 1260, or 2640. I forgot which one it was, but it's heavy duty. That's all I remember buying it for. And apparently it's the 1260, so that figures. We're getting one of the heavy duty ones. There's so many different numbers floating around. I forget which one's which. We have extra liner. That's great. All good stuff. Might be the liner. Might have to put that in. I'll figure that out. Read the manual. But I did get the Profax because it is a cheaper version instead of just going and get Miller replacement parts or going for Bernard guns. Very similar stuff. From everything I've heard, this isn't going to be a world of difference, quality-wise or performance-wise. So, got our gooseneck here. Feels nice and sturdy. Sometimes you'll feel a little wiggle in there, and I don't feel any wiggle. I do like that. Like the angle. That's all good stuff. So, feel connections. Connections feel good. Everything feels solid in there. All right, so everything's good. When you open stuff up, make sure connections are good, because sometimes these things might be a little loose. I've seen some of these where they're just ready to fall right off. They're not even tightened on there properly, or sometimes there's a little bit of a defect in the gooseneck. So be sure to check that all the way around, 360 degrees on it. Everything looks good there. Everything feels solid. Guard is on there solid. It's not a flimsy guard. I do like that. Nice trigger on there. And everything looks good. So we have ourselves an Allen wrench, extra collet, so that's all good by Profax. Again, when you get this stuff, make sure you read instructions, be safe with all this stuff, don't do anything stupid. And it looks like enough to put the inner liner in there, but that's completely fine, unless it's already in there, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it. Doesn't mean it's not in there. So, yeah, not sure if it's in there. And everything looks good. The connector looks good, nice and crisp. The edges feel good. They're not rounded off, so it doesn't feel used. So when you tighten it up and it rounds off the edges, if you get something, you're buying it new and they're rounded off and there's little dents on there, it means it's most likely been used. So get this critter stretched out a little bit. Everything looks good. It's not rotten into that shape. It's nice and flexible. I like that. So everything looks good. That is perfect. And the Miller suitcase, the Arc Reach, I believe I ordered it with the Iron Pro because I mistook this one for being outer shield. And yeah, so I made that mistake. So I'm getting an extra one of these, so I have to go buy another one of these and make sure that has room for all the gases to come out. So that was my mistake, but mistakes happen. So nothing wrong with that. It wasn't terribly expensive. That's really nice about Profax. It's nice replacements. So I will have this as a replacement to the Duramax or Duraflex, one or the other, or it's the Iron Pro that's coming with it. As you all saw when I said that I was ordering the welding machines, it was coming with one or the other from Miller. They wouldn't specify which one was coming. So this will be a replacement for that. I'm not going to return this to MPB. It still works great, and this will just be in storage waiting for when I need a replacement. So everything's good about that. Of course, there's all kinds of cautions on here you're supposed to read. Can cause serious shock, injury, or death. Goody goody. Welding may produce hazardous flames. Goes on and on and on. And yeah, so everything's looking great in here. I'm excited to use this, and I might interchange this with the Iron Pro or Duramax or Duraflex, whichever one it is, if I don't care for the way that one looks or feels. So everything's looking good here. Nothing wrong with having spare parts. I try not to have too many expensive spare parts such as this, but it happens. That was a mistake on my end, but I'm not infallible. I make mistakes, so things happen like that. At least it's not accidentally getting a different welding machine. So anywho's, got little extra parts, gonna keep these in here with it, and I'll keep y'all posted on whether I use this one on the Miller Suitcase Arc Reach 12 or I use the one that comes with it. So we'll see how that goes, but regardless, I have an extra one, a spare one to go along whenever I need it. If the other one starts giving me trouble, I'll just go with this one. So anywho's, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog.